Welcome here into Teal The Show. The Jaguars still across the pond in London as they get ready for that second game of the year over there. The first one didn't go so well. No. But, you know, there's always, you try again.
I wonder if anyone's going to come back with a British accent. I could see Cam Little coming back with a British accent.
I don't know. They tried that last year, and it didn't go over so well, so we'll see what happens this go-around. Jaguars going to be taking on the Patriots. Not exactly a game between two juggernaut football teams at the moment. Doug Peterson seems to have set a low standard for the scoring in this football game, basically saying this could be a race to a relatively low number.
Well, it's important, and I think it's as important, too. I mean, I think we're scoring 18 or 19 points offensively, so, you know, they're looking at it the same way. You know, if we can keep them, you know, under 20, first one to 20 might win the game, right? I mean, that's the reality of it. So it is important defensively to go out and play well and try to, minimize the scoring. And then offensively, that's our goal, right? Our goal is to score. So it's kind of a two-headed monster, but we're up for the challenge.
A race to 20. You don't hear that much in the NFL, but it is a race to 20 on Sunday.
Well, at least he's being a realist, you know? They've tried to be positive. They've obviously been a little negative. Let's just be real. Let's just win, at least.
Look, this team has a lot of things to do if it's going to try and find a way to win. After last week's loss, they had some issues with players thinking that others quit. Andre Cisco said in the locker room to another media outlet after the game that he thought some players quit on the team. Doug Peterson talked about it this week after hearing the comments, said that he didn't feel the need to talk to Andre Cisco about it because he didn't see it as that big of a deal.
Yeah, Andre is obviously a really good leader on our football team, and look, sometimes, and I'm guilty of this too. Sometimes, you say stuff out of just emotion, right? And it's hard to not say something, right? But I go back to what I said the other day. I just don't think he meant anything, demeaning by it. He's not pointing the finger at anybody. I mean, because he's in that boat as well, just like we all are. So I get the emotional side of it, but at the same time, I think we got to continue to, just press forward.
Well, I can see where Doug's coming from a little bit, but if a player says he feels like some of his teammates quit on the field, I think that might be worth a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a little surprised when he said, and maybe he did actually have a conversation later in the week, that was earlier in the week when this happened, when Doug Peterson talked about that. But yeah, that's a concerning, especially when Doug Peterson after the game said that he was proud that the team didn't give up, that they kept fighting, and then you hear only moments later that one of your leaders on defense is saying that he thinks his teammates did give up, and he didn't just say it wasn't in the second half. He said before halftime he thought his players, his teammates gave up. That is really concerning to hear. And we talked about this on Monday for Teal The Show. When I was telling Justin, I was like, if I was a Jaguars fan, I would be so disappointed to hear that from the guys that you're rooting for. Because, one, they're getting paid so much money to play. They're doing something they love. And you're not even to show up and give 100% effort is embarrassing, but also just disappointing to hear.
A lot of concerns around this Jaguars team right now. They only have one win so far this season, so still in the hunt for getting the second one. Can it be Sunday? Maybe.
Yeah.
The one good thing is maybe they have some reinforcements on the way as players start to get a little bit healthier. Doug Peterson said that the expectation is that Tyson Campbell's on the road to possibly being available this Sunday. Travis Etienne seems to be on the road to possibly being available this Sunday, despite some of the injuries that he's been dealing with. So these are good steps for this football team in the right direction as they try and get to a point where they're a little bit healthier.
Yeah, Evan Engram came back this past weekend. Now he'll have another game ahead of him, and I think he'll be a little more improved coming into the Patriots. But like you said, the Patriots are 1-5, the Jaguars are 1-5. It's not, it's going to be a competitive game against two teams that are not very good. But I think we all should be more positive, and I think the Jaguars can get it together. I say that every week, but I'm trying to be more positive in life, and hopefully the Jaguars can too.
Glass half full, try and be positive. We'll try and be positive as we talk a little bit more about this matchup the rest of the way here in Teal The Show. That's coming your way right after this quick break. All right, welcome back here into Teal The Show as we try and keep the positive energy flowing the rest of the way. All right, Jaguars are going to be taking on what looks like a rookie quarterback. Drake May was dealing with some injuries, but he says he should be good to go on Sunday. So that means the Jaguars are going to be taking on a rookie that is only making his second NFL start.
Yeah, but you know what Doug Peterson said, and you always see from game 1 to game 2 as a rookie, there's always, you take that next step. Now, of course, he's not going to be, the hardest competition that the Jaguars face. I don't think he's going to be anything like Caleb Williams, like what the Jaguars saw against the Bears, but I think he'll be improved this game. How much improved? Who knows? We'll have to wait until Sunday, but I do think he's going to be improved this game.
Now, one good thing for Drake May is that he's got a pretty dynamic receiver to throw the ball to, Demario Douglas. If you follow the high school sports scene in the area, or even some of our coverage here on News for Jags, you know Demario Douglas is from this area. Finished his high school career over at Mandarin, won a state championship there with Carson Beck. Demario Douglas, a great guy, a guy that you can root for regardless of what team you want to see to win.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
because he's from here on the First Coast. We got a chance to catch up with him, and he was leading up to his NFL career. He does come back here and do high school camp, so definitely a great individual on the field and off the field. He scored his first NFL touchdown a week ago. I'm sure that there's probably a little extra fuel to the fire for him to score his second NFL touchdown against the hometown team.
Oh, isn't there always? You always hear that. I bet you $10 that he'll be a little more excited. Good for him, though. Can you believe Carson Beck's still at Georgia and he's already in the NFL?
Well, he was a little bit ahead of him, so it's a little different. It's all right, though. So we'll keep an eye on that. And you know what? If Drake may want to earn some extra locker room points, he probably targets Demario Douglas just a little bit extra.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. I bet they've been talking about that all week, especially on that long trip to London. For like game planning that. But I think this will be good for the Jaguars defense. It should be easy to get to Drake May. It should be easy to limit their offense. Hopefully, Josh Allen said last week against Caleb Williams, he likes to go against those rookie quarterbacks because you can pressure them. They did get to Caleb Williams, just not enough to limit him. But I think they'll have a better chance with the with the Patriots offense. I forgot who we were playing.
Well, we will see just how that goes on Sunday. So far, the Jaguars defense has not had anything to write home about for the last couple of weeks. I mean, outside of the first 2 weeks of the season, in the game against the Colts, it has been rough. And even that game against the Colts, 24 points in the fourth quarter, so nothing that they are that proud of. We've seen a whole lot of clips of Ryan Nielsen very frustrated on the sidelines, and understandably why. This defense has overall struggled. And they have to find a way to get better. And part of that is going to be you're going against a rookie quarterback and an offense that is struggling. The Patriots are averaging just above 18 points a game, but the Jaguars are averaging not much more than that. So it's one of those games where Doug Peterson said it. You heard him earlier in the show. It might be a race to 20 points. Now, the bad thing is, what sort of confidence does the Jaguars defense give you that they're going to be the ones to hold the other team to less than 20?
Yeah, isn't that so? 20 points is the only thing you need to get to. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Listen, we saw what the defense could be in the beginning of this season. Sure. They did lose Tyson Campbell. They did lose Foye. Now he's on IR. Maybe they played more of a part than we all really thought, but I think that they'll have a better chance. I just want them to get back to where they were week 1, week 2. They were so dominating. They were like kind of bullies on the field. You want to see that. You want to see. I don't want, to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want good guys anymore. I just want guys. I want guys who are mean, and I want guys who are. I don't want good guys. I'm going to be honest. You want good people on the field. We get it. But on the field, you want bullies, and I think we need to see more of that. You see it from Josh. You see it from Trayvon, but you don't see it from the rest of them. Beat them up. Like, let's see some aggressive football, But, no one get hurt.
Well,
no one get hurt.
That's a very tough thing to just kind of flip a switch and change
of course,
mentality.
Of course.
So we'll see just what happens this week, and if the Jaguars can figure out a way to be the bullies against the New England Patriots in London as they wrap up that trip. All right, we've kind of reached the point of the show. Alessandra, win or lose, what do you think the Jaguars are going to do on Sunday?
Listen, I don't know. I give
positive,
up.
Remember,
no,
positive.
You're right. Positive. No, I think the Jaguars are going to win. They're going to win. The Patriots are really not that good. Neither are the Jaguars. But I think the Jaguars are just a little better. They're going to get to 20 points, Doug Peterson. I'll say a prayer on Sunday morning.
Well, there you go. All right. She'll be positive.
No.
I'm going to be a little bit negative or realist. Look, the Jaguars are 5-point favorites in this game, but there is zero confidence from me that the Jaguars are going to win this football game.
Really?
Drake
wow.
May is going to look like Tom Brady 2.0. And it is going to be a rough Sunday morning. That is where I'm at with it until I'm proven otherwise. I said it earlier in the season. I couldn't pick the Jaguars until they proved to me they knew how to win. And then they went against the Bears and proved that they still don't know how to win. It's just the Colts can't win in Jacksonville like that. There are a few laws that are finite in this world, and one of them is The Colts don't win in Jacksonville. Why? Don't know. The Jaguars win one game in a season. It's going to be Indy and Jacksonville. I don't know if they can beat the Patriots on Sunday. I have zero faith in it. I'm not picking it. I'm going to go New England, and I think it's like 30-20.
Wow, that's a
Yeah,
blowout in my book.
I don't think the Jaguars win this game.
Wow. I don't know why I keep picking them every week. I don't know why I keep doing this, but every week I'm like, no, they'll get it together.
It's the positive.
I'm being more positive, Mom. Being more positive.
There you go. Well, we'll try. Maybe they'll be keeping the positive energy rolling, and we can be talking about a victory Monday on Monday.
Yeah, I'm excited for Frank to come back. We miss him.
Frank's going to be back. He's definitely going to be tired.
Oh, yeah.
From the time change, but Frank Frangie will be back in the building next week for Campus Corner and Teal the Show. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Good night, everybody, and go Jags.